Hi.
Hello. I'm Ben.
I'm Nok.
Welcome back to 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓.
Alright, we are moving on with Loki episode 3. 𝗦𝗢𝗧𝗦. We'll probably just get flashbacks about this other variant that may or may not be Lady Loki.
It could be Enchantress. Sylvie, was it?
Yeah.
Kind of just wanted 𝗏𝗏 if we were going to get Enchantress. Don't know why they had to make Sylvie. I guess it makes sense because she's more connected to Loki than 𝗏𝗏 is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's much to theorize this time round.
Alright. Kind of feel bad for Mobius because he did just trust Loki this whole time.
This was the last chance or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you think he'd lose his job over this?
No, I feel like they're really desperate. They're not gonna fire him when they're in like complete disarray right now.
Fair enough. I feel like he's close to being fired, but then Loki will solve it, so then they'll be like, I guess you can come back.
Maybe. Oh, she's just going for it.
Come any closer and I'll kill him. Go for it. Didn't need your help.
You're no, because my mind is too strong.
Fine.
Look, brute force is no substitute for diplomacy and guile.
Noted.
You're as beautiful as
Which one was that? Diplomacy?
Don't.
Or...
Good evening, passengers. Hi.
I was adopted. Is that a bit of a spoiler for you? Sorry about that.
No, I knew I was adopted.
What?
Did they not tell you?
No.
Oh.
I mean,
No, I'm good, thanks.
oh, I'll take us. Cheers.
Another!
What? When'd you get so
Oh,
paranoid?
I guess it must...
Hey.
He has that face every time he drops or something. It's so funny.
He gets up the same way.
Yeah.
Can fix it. Okay?
Serious man.
You're right. I was told that everyone who works at the TVA was created by the Timekeepers.
That's ridiculous. They're all variants, just like us.
They don't know that.
Oh, reports are right.
Damn.
Wow. That's kind of fucked.
Yeah. Is this what happens when they get reset? Memory erased and then set to work?
Yeah, and they're like, we've created you to help us.
They're gonna let these people die.
Oh, like he's gonna try saving everyone? Come on, boy, you can do it.
This has been a really nice long shot.
Interesting.
Damn. That was it. That was Loki. It was really short. It was like
42 minutes instead of the normal 50. Look, it's the sex fluid. Yeah.
Is that... Oh, nice.
It's canon. It's also canon. Is he supposed to be bisexual? Is that what they were talking about?
I think so.
When he was like a bit of both?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
TVA officers are variants, and we think their memories have been erased.
Yeah, when they get reset and then set to become TVA officers. So all of them are just variants.
Wow. Even Mobius.
Yeah.
And that's why his name was Mobius M. Mobius, because why is that a real name? Did the timekeepers just like...
Yeah, some of their names like Hunter C90. It's just like,
Yeah.
they just get assigned at numbers. and letters at this point. Like, maybe they were like, oh, we've run out of names. Let's name it 𝗦𝗢𝗧𝗦.
Oh my god.
They're just playing games at this point.
Okay, so they're variants, right?
Yeah.
So does that mean eventually Loki would have been a TVA officer as well?
I think so, yeah. They were going to reset him, and then Mobius was like, nah. And then they were like, okay, sure. I wonder what Ravana's role in, like, how far down is she also a variant? Will she get out of that?
I feel like she was a variant from Earth, but then maybe King fell in love with her.
Yeah.
So then he decided to, like, you know, kind of put her in a role of power or something. Or maybe she already was in a role of power.
Yeah.
And then he still fell in love with her and just gave her little trinkets from, like, past timelines and whatnot.
Yeah. Gosh.
Wait, maybe those trinkets are from her own memories and King gave them to her because he likes her and she remembers.
She's, like, one of the only ones that does.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Because Mobius seems to like her, like, as a friend, or, like, they have, like, some kind of close relationship.
Yeah.
But if he knew he was a variant, I don't think he would be too happy about that.
Yeah, I don't think any one of them knows that they're a variant. Just that they where Ravonna sits on this.
Yeah. I feel like if Loki told them all, they'd all be very upset. And then they'd be like, you're just lying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like all the timekeepers are, like, invested in this variant case is because Sylvie knew and she was planning on taking them down.
Yeah.
And that's why she was they were invested because they're like, we can't have our secrets spilled.
What if the timekeepers are also from Earth?
Why is it it's so weird that it's Earth-centric?
Yeah, it is, but the TVA is from Earth, so...
Is it?
Well, the officers are from Earth.
Not all of them.
Was she not? Are they not all? I mean, they're all variants, right?
Yeah, that doesn't mean that's Earth.
Where else would they be from?
I don't know, other planets.
The 9 realms.
Yeah, anyway.
Fair enough. Yeah, so then what would the timekeepers be? Are they, like, Eternals? Because the Eternals are supposed to be magical, powerful people who have only been watching.
Yeah.
And they're not supposed to interfere. But then what if, I don't know, 3 Eternals were like, you know what, let's interfere. And then they called themselves the Timekeepers, and then they created this whole thing.
Maybe. And maybe that's why the Eternals...
They're like, we're not going to sit back anymore.
Yeah. Maybe.
That's a theory. It would be very interesting if they had this tied into the
film.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez, that blew my mind. Like, so the timekeepers not real timekeepers. Is there no actual sacred timeline? It's just them thinking they can play God. Where they are now takes away, it doesn't remove the fact that it takes away the powers of Infinity Stones. Like, all those things, they don't work. Magic doesn't work there. Like, what place is a magic dead zone?
Not the quantum realm.
Is it not?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure you can still use magic. I don't know. I've never seen people in the quantum realm do magic stuff.
I mean, it could still be that they
Eternals.
are actually still timekeepers, but it started with the 3 of them, and then every time they took a variant, they would just reset them and make them officers. Mm-hmm. And then they just kept doing it for a very long time, and then that's how they just got all their officers.
But then it just begs the question of, are the timekeepers actually real people? Like, are they, like, real powerful people? Or are they regular humans or aliens or whatever?
I feel like they're aliens, maybe?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the timeline exists. I mean, because if it didn't exist, where would these people just get this idea from? Like, this idea of a timeline, this idea to protect it, this idea that you have to hunt down a variant. Like, because they don't monitor every time travel person. Yeah. They just monitor certain people that do something wrong as a variant. So it's just like, I feel like the timeline actually exists, and that's how they figure out. Because they can't just grab people willy-nilly and be like, you're a variant because you stepped out of line.
But, like, the timekeepers created the sacred timeline. Like, the multiverse existed, and then a war happened, and they were like, oh, this is too destructive. So then they smushed it all into one, and they were like, this is the sacred timeline. Everyone has to follow the sacred timeline.
Yeah.
And if you don't follow it, they'll come after you.
So they're powerful. I mean, they have to be powerful in order to know about the timeline.
So are they Eternals, or is this like another powerful species altogether?
Perhaps.
Timekeepers, is that a whole ass species?
I don't know.
Does the species only contain 3 men?
I don't know. We don't know where they are. We'll find out where they are.
Yeah. I'm hoping we'll see them. I was kind of hoping we'd see them this episode.
We have 3 more episodes, though.
3 more episodes after this.
Yeah.
What is the next episode going to be about? I feel
They're getting off of this planet, 𝗦𝗢𝗧𝗦.
Yeah. And then they get to the Timekeepers eventually. And then they dismantle the TVA, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like they'll get off of this planet, they'll go somewhere, or they'll go to multiple somewheres for the rest of the next episode, and then they'll get to TVA, and then they fight in the final number 6. Like, I think in terms of pacing, that's how it's gonna go. Because there are still a couple of time travel stuff. There is that Loki for voting for Loki or something. Like, we saw in the trailers. Like, we still haven't reached all those shenanigans.
Yeah.
So, I feel like we have to. And I feel like the only time we can get there is doing this. Because they're not going to, like, complete everything and then just let Loki do fun stuff and then let us watch it. There's no point.
Yeah.
It's not part of the story anymore.
Yeah. So then this variant of Loki was Sylvie.
Yeah, she was just like, call me Sylvie, but she would, like, she knew she was adopted.
Yeah.
She
had a different relationship with the mother.
Yeah. She acted like they were the same, but they just had different aliases.
Yeah, I feel like she's supposed to be the Loki of her world, but then she changed her name to Sylvie.
Yeah. So it's not really Enchantress, but...
Yeah, but that might be her name. They keep talking, like, every time they talk about her powers, there was, like, enchanting or enchantment or whatever, and I'm just like, that's Enchantress?
Yeah, she taught herself how to be an Enchantress.
Yeah, so, yeah, because there was no Loki in her world. She was the Loki, so she taught herself how to be Enchantress.
Yeah. Kind of sucks that it wasn't directly Lady Loki and they had to just be like, it's Sylvie.
Yeah,
because Sylvie came from someone else. Sylvie's like an actual character.
Yeah, I guess they've joined the 2 characters together in her multiverse.
Unless she's like keeping secrets again. But we won't know.
Yeah.
We've got 3 more episodes to get to know her.
Yeah.
They already kind of have this little mentorship relationship between each other.
Yeah. They banter like they're siblings.
Yeah.
Almost. And I'm just like, this is fun, but it's really just like, they're kind of the same people, but they fight like they're siblings, and I'm just like, yeah, I like this.
Yeah. They're just like stupid together sometimes.
Yeah. They're just bickering on the moon, and I was just like, this is so dumb. I love it so much.
Yeah. He talked a lot. Like, Loki was surprisingly open.
Yeah, because it's himself, or just like a version of himself.
Yeah.
We're just getting him to open up more. Not gonna lie, there were a few points where at like some point during the conversation, I was just like, they just keep talking.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted them to move the plot along.
I think they're slowing down. That's why these episodes are shorter too.
Yeah, I kind of don't like that. I'm just like, the first 2 episodes were so action-packed, and when they talked, it was to move the plot along, and I understand, like, character development through conversations and stuff, but it's just like, this episode was so short compared to the first 2, it kind of felt like they were just trying to pad out time in order to pad out their plot. For the last 3 episodes or whatever.
Yeah. Sylvie, she just taught herself some magic.
Yeah. Very impressive of her.
Yeah. I mean, Loki was impressed with the fact that she taught herself.
Yeah. So she didn't learn it from her mother.
No.
Because her mother wasn't as close to her.
Yeah.
As normal or as sacred timeline Loki was.
Yeah. So she doesn't have the magic, but she only has enchanting.
Yeah, which he can't do.
Yeah.
I think they're setting up this series to pass on the torch.
So she can be the Loki / Enchantress.
In the movies.
Yeah.
I think right now we're saying goodbye to a lot of the old people from since the first phase. We're saying goodbye to a lot of them.
Yeah. And Loki's just one of them.
Yeah, and this series is setting up for us saying goodbye to him.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a shame because I've only started really liking him in, like, Ragnarok.
Ragnarok and onwards, yeah.
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 And I was like, you know, starting to like his character, and then now they're like this, and it's just like, here's Sylvie, and I'm just like, cool. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna miss Loki, but, you know.
Yeah. Sylvie.
I'm still almost mind blown about the TVA.
Being variants.
Yeah. Like, I mean, so all of them, literally all of the officers.
I guess so, yeah.
Do you think Loki's going to try to liberate them?
Yeah.
The TVA?
Yeah.
All of them?
Yeah. He's gonna try to be the hero, I think, of them. And they're either gonna be like, you're lying to us, or they're gonna be like, believing in him.
Yeah. What if they don't believe him and then he's just like, come with me to see the timekeepers and we'll ask them ourselves? What if that's what the vote for Loki thing is? He's just like, how about we vote on who, you know, gets control of the TVA, the timekeepers or me?
Maybe. I don't know, it seems really out of place.
The sea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just considering where we're at now.
Yeah.
But we've got 3 more episodes to figure out where it comes from. So it might make sense.
Yeah. What if she enchants him?
Oh, and
puts him into one of those illusions things.
What if he tries it himself and he's enchanting someone else?
Enchanting someone?
Yeah.
Interesting. Would he know how to do that? Will she have taught him, or?
Possibly. I mean, she told him how it worked.
Yeah, so he would just have to imagine it and then he can try to do it?
I think so.
Is that how magic works?
I mean, she did it herself, so I feel like he would be like, well, I can do it myself too, but at least I've got magic to help me, because she doesn't have magic.
Yeah.
She just did it.
Interesting. How do we think they're gonna get off this planet 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗦𝗧𝗦?
Jump off. For some reason, I always thought Loki could teleport, but he can't, can he? He can just magic himself around.
Would you count what he did? I mean, you know, when they were in that little mine bunker space or whatever, and then he kind of went behind her? Would you count that as teleportation?
It's probably not a lot of teleportation, like, because if it was really obvious teleportation, he could just teleport himself off the planet. But I don't think he can do that.
I don't think off-world teleportation is like a thing he can do.
Yeah.
Maybe if he was just traveling from like a room to another room, or like it's one space to like a meter out or something.
I don't know what his powers are, because he uprighted that falling building.
That's telekinesis, I think.
Since when did he have that?
Has he not had it since always? I don't know.
When else has he demonstrated that? Because that was the first time I saw that, and I was like, what?
Yeah, I thought it was like a time travel type thing. Well, not really time travel, but like rewinding time, because it was falling down and then he stopped it and then it went back up. So I was just like, did he reverse time on that?
Yeah, but like he can't do that.
Yeah. And then I was just scrolling on Twitter and then someone was like, oh yeah, he's telekinesis, and I'm like, oh, okay. Does he have that?
Since when?
I guess he's had it since the comics, but they just never explored it in the MCU until now. Yeah, this is why a lot of Loki stans were mad about him dying in Infinity War.
Because he has a lot of powers.
And he just used a measly little knife. That's it for Loki episode 3. I hope you've enjoyed our reactions and our discussions. We'll see you next week for episode 4. Bye!